Good morning, everyone. Our first presenter today will be Becca Sammartino. She's here to tell us a little bit about how all of us are intelligent.
Now, welcoming Becca and Sammartino on our intelligence.
All right, intelligence, what is it? Traditionally, there's one definition, a simple definition. From Merriam-Webster, it says the ability to learn or understand things, or to deal with new or difficult situations. From dictionary.com, a capacity for learning, reasoning, understanding, and similar forms of mental activity, an aptitude for grasping truths, relationships, facts, or meaning. Now, this definition of intelligence from very reputable resources, it says that intelligence is one thing, one definition. But maybe intelligence isn't defined by one simple, two-dimensional thing. Maybe it's more abstract. Maybe it's three-dimensional. This is the same idea that Dr. Howard Gardner, in 1983, used to develop his theory on multiple intelligences. It said that IQ testing was much too limited. It couldn't tell us just how intelligent we really are. That maybe intelligence can be defined by multiple things, and that there are multiple types of intelligences. This here is the Wheel of Intelligences. It was developed by Dr. Howard Gardner as well, and it shows 8 different kinds of intelligences that are accepted by the theory. Here we have visual spatial, musical, social, bodily kinetic, interpersonal, verbal linguistic, logical mathematical, naturalistic, intrapersonal. And all of these play a part in the person you are and what kind of intelligence you have. Now when we talk about intelligence, we naturally think about school. We think about the grading system, our GPA. And we think that intelligence is defined by those things. It's defined by what GPA you get. If you get a 4.0, you must be intelligent, right? Or if you don't, if you get a bad grade, then you're stupid. But that's not true. This theory says that just because you get a bad grade in school, that does not mean that you're not intelligent. It just means you have a different kind of intelligence. Traditional methods of teaching may not work. It says that maybe if we use a different way to teach individual students, maybe someone who's bodily kinesthetic, who learns with their body, doesn't like to sit in a classroom and learn things because it doesn't work for them. Now this gets us thinking about the future. With school comes the grading system. With the grading system comes GPA and colleges. And colleges teach us how to be people in society and how to move on and gain a future. The future is a very ambiguous thing. And with intelligence, with your type of intelligence, you can learn how to become something that fits with your personality and the person you are. Now, there are multiple kinds of intelligences, and each one of them matches up with a different kind of career, a different kind of study that you might want to focus on because you have an aptitude for it. Now, first, we'll talk about naturalistic intelligence. People who have naturalistic intelligence love nature, and they love to be outside, and they're very smart when it comes to natural things. So they tend to become zoologists, biologists, people who work with nature. Now, we also have musical intelligence. And people with musical intelligence, they tend to become music teachers, professional musicians, or composers. Now we have logical mathematic intelligence. Now these people tend to become our math teachers, mathematicians, our engineers. They're really good with numbers, and they're really good thinking things through.
We're just gonna die.
And we also have interpersonal intelligence, which these people become our salespeople. They become politicians. They're very good with other people and to talking with other people. And we also have spatial visual intelligence. These people are really great with their hands and with objects. They become artists, and they're really good with space. We also have bodily kinesthetic. These people become dancers and are professional athletes because they're really good at learning and showing people what they learn with their bodies. Linguistic verbal. These people tend to become lawyers and writers because they're very good with words and they can sway you. Intrapersonal people are the people that usually become scientists. They're into themselves, somewhat introverts, and they're intelligent with them and maybe what they're working with. Now, talking about the future, it makes us think about what we want to do in the future. And a lot of us might think that just because we don't get a good GPA or a good grade on a test means that our future isn't bright. But that's not true. That's what society tells us. And you know what? Grades don't measure your intelligence level. Because you could be intelligent and you could know all you want and get good grades. But does that really mean that you have it all? It doesn't. Intelligence is an ambiguous thing. We tell ourselves that we're intelligent because we get a good grade. We tell ourselves we're intelligent because we know everything, but we really don't. No one knows everything. And so if you accept this theory, you accept that you might not be the smartest person on earth, but who is? You say that intelligence isn't two-dimensional. It's not flat on paper. It's three-dimensional. And so I conclude this talk with the question, what is intelligence? It's up for you to decide. Thank you.